First, take a look at this.
If anyone hears this, do not follow the siren.
Before we get into the workflow, let's quickly break down what makes this format so engaging. It starts with a strong hook, builds tension through increasingly fast pacing and varied shots, and saves the biggest reveal for the end. So we're going to use this same structure, the hook, pacing, shot progression, and cliffhanger, to create our own original zombie apocalypse trailer. So first, click the link in my description and head over to Flova AI. Now, one thing you should understand right away is that Flova isn't just a video generator. You can work with images, videos, voice, audio, music, and much more, which can make the entire content creation process much easier. Once you're on Flova, simply sign up using your Google account. After signing in, you'll see an interface something like this. At the very top, you'll find AI Director Chat. You can think of this as the brain of your Flova workflow. It understands your content ideas and helps turn them into a structured production process. From developing the initial idea and creating a storyboard, to generating the individual assets and assembling everything into a final piece of content, the director can help manage the workflow from beginning to end. And that's not limited to just video. Depending on what you're creating, it can work across images, video, audio, voice, sound effects, and other creative elements, bringing those pieces together into a complete project. If you scroll down, you'll also find the skills section. These aren't just simple templates. Skills are specialized workflows designed to guide the AI through specific creative tasks and types of projects. They can help structure the process from planning and development all the way through to the final output, without requiring you to manually manage every single step. Keep scrolling down and you'll also see different types of content and projects you can create on the platform, which makes it easier to understand what's possible with Flova. Now, if you look at the sidebar on the left, you'll find a number of different tools, including the generator, where you can independently generate things like videos, images, audio, and music. Those tools are useful when you need to create a specific individual asset. But for today's project, we're not going to generate everything separately. Instead, we're going to use Flova's director mode to create our cinematic trailer from scratch and let it manage the overall filmmaking workflow for us. So let's go back to the homepage. Now we simply need to tell the AI what we want to create. For this example, we're going to create a cinematic zombie apocalypse movie trailer. So I'll start with a simple instruction. Create a high-quality, photorealistic cinematic movie trailer for an original zombie apocalypse survival thriller. Now, normally, you'd assume that the more detailed your prompt is, the better the result will be. And while detailed prompting can definitely be useful with many AI tools, that's not necessarily the approach we need here. With Flova's AI Director, we can describe the idea more naturally and let the director help turn that concept into a structured production workflow. Once you've entered your idea, you can click the plus icon to add your own assets if you have them. Things like your own voice, character design, reference images, or other creative assets. But for today's project, we're starting completely from scratch, so we'll leave this section empty. Next, you'll see the model section. Here you can find individual models for different creative tasks, including image generation, video generation, music, and audio. You can also access powerful video models, including CDance 2.5, depending on what's available in your workspace. But here's one of the most useful parts. If you're not sure which model to use, or you simply want to save time, you can leave this section empty. The director can determine which models are best suited to the different stages of your project. Now let's come back to the skills section. You'll find a variety of specialized skills here, but for our project, the one we're interested in is script to video. I'll select that and click Generate. Now, Flova's AI Director will start preparing the script to video workflow. At this point, it asks us for a script, but we don't actually have one yet. So instead of writing the entire script ourselves, we'll simply tell the director, write a compelling video script yourself, and within seconds, Flova starts developing the script for us. Once it's finished, Flova gives us the opportunity to review the story before moving forward. If you're happy with it, you can select Continue with this story. In my case, the director created a 60-second story, but I want this trailer to be much shorter, so I'll simply tell it, make this a 30-second trailer, and that's it. Once you're happy with the script and storyboard, approve them and move on to the next stage. Now, Flova will start preparing all of the assets needed for the project. And one thing you'll notice here is how it creates the individual characters and visual assets before generating the final scenes. This is important for consistency. Instead of treating every shot like a completely separate generation, the project can maintain consistent character and visual references throughout the workflow. And if you want to change something, whether that's a character, an asset, or another visual element, You can simply tell the AI what you want changed and update it before moving forward. For this project, everything looks good, so I'll approve the assets and continue. Now Flova uses those approved assets to generate the individual shots for the trailer, and as you can see, the characters remain consistent throughout the different scenes, while the overall visual style stays cohesive. If you don't like something in a particular shot, you don't necessarily have to restart the entire project. You can select the individual shot, provide a specific instruction, and ask Flova to make the change. Once you're happy with all of the scenes, approve them and move on to the next stage. Next, Flova moves on to the audio. At this stage, the necessary audio elements are generated and incorporated into the project. Once everything sounds right, approve the audio and continue. And now we get to the final stage. Flova takes all of the generated assets and assembles them into a complete timeline. Your scenes, voice, background music, and other audio elements are arranged together into the final sequence. And the nice part is that the timeline is editable, so you can still make quick adjustments and add those final touches before exporting. Once everything looks good, simply click export at the top, select video, and export your finished project. And boom, your cinematic trailer is ready. Now let me show you the final result.
If anyone hears this, do not follow the siren.
The dead didn't take the city. We...
Mara, you came back.
So that's the complete process of creating a cinematic AI movie trailer using Flova AI. What I really like about this workflow is that I didn't have to constantly switch between different AI tools for every stage of the production. We went from the initial idea and script to the storyboard, visual assets, video generation, audio, and finally the completed timeline, all within one creative workflow. So if you're looking for a platform that can bring multiple parts of your AI content creation process together, I definitely recommend checking out Flova and exploring the available plans based on your needs. Sign up through my link to get 100 credits instantly. You can also earn an additional 200 credits for every new user who registers through your invite link. I've left the link in the description. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more AI filmmaking and content creation tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.